And good evening, Possibility War fans. It is the 22nd of January 2023. We're already 22 days into this year, and it's already booking. We're going to see how things go and let them be good. Okay, we're adding a new player tonight, Gorden. He is playing Darius Renauld, an Isle cleric of Dunad. And he is he's very well spoken. He's about my age, and he seems like he's going to be a really good fit for our group. We're going to find out. 2 weeks ago, we had the group get together, and they were called to basically go rescue another Storm Knight group, and to find what they will know by the time this video comes out is the Heart of Ukhaan, which is an Eternity Shard based out of the Space Gods property. Okay, and this is the next step in the evolution of the Akashan story for Torg Eternity. As some of you will recall, Akasha was known as the Space Gods, and the Space Gods came to Earth to help us survive against the High Lords. Well, in Torg Eternity, their history kind of took a very different turn than what it was in original Torg, and we're going to discover that. We're going to explore that as we're going along. There are a lot of people who would like to see how that story plays through, and we're going to go ahead and try and work that up. 2 weeks ago, our players got onto Manhattan Island via seashore. I didn't look at the maps or anything like that. I'm just assuming that a lot of things were converted back to their primitive states when the living land set down in that area. So here we are. We're gonna explore that. They did pick up Justin's character. Justin is playing a cyber papacy samurai. I know it sounds really weird, right? But you know what? I think it's going to work. I think it's going to be a really good character, and we're going to see. He started off with combat, which is not always the greatest way to introduce a new player character. I prefer, personally, to introduce new characters in a role-playing situation. Well, what I'm hoping is that the current combat situation will end very quickly, and that the role-playing can ensue. And there will be more role-playing. I'm not a combat monster GM, so we're gonna run that the best as possible. Anyway, they're on the seashore, and they are kind of a little bit in the jungle, like right where the sand ends and the jungle begins, and they're facing off against 7 Edeinos warriors who have been upgraded for the present time. Okay, so tonight we are continuing our one-act adventure known as the Heart of Ukhaan. It comes out of the Delphi Missions Rising Storm book, and it was originally written by Darrell Hayhurst. And he got inspiration from another writer. I please forgive me if you're that writer, and I have just completely forgotten. I'm terrible about names and stuff, but I'm hoping that you and Darrell can kind of work things out. Give a black eye for me. Anyway, so the one-act adventure, the Heart of Ukhaan, and we're still in Scene 1, the landing zone, where Katsumi Watanabe has been found. She was part of the original Storm Knight team that was sent in to rescue or to find out what this Heart of Ukhaan is all about, even if they weren't even really sure about the name. The briefing that the original team received is the same briefing that my team received. They believe it may be an Eternity Shard, and so Sir Elaine Fisk, who is the handler for our group, has been sent in to try and find out if it is indeed an Eternity Shard, and perhaps to rescue it from a very zealous Edeinos leader known as One Eye. This is a one-act adventure. We're going to try and get through it in the next 62 weeks. Um,
Mhm.
our group has a tendency of loving to role play more than the combat stuff, but the combat stuff also gets pretty heavy from time to time. Um, uh, Darius, do you see the screen? I know that the players cannot see your token right now, but do you see the screen? Okay.
The sea landing screen? Yes, absolutely.
Okay. All right. Excellent. So I am going to start at the top. Started at the bottom last time, I think. Chris, what do you remember?
Connor, are you on mute?
Thank you. I was on mute.
It happens. It happens. I'm not going to cry over it if you don't.
Yeah, so after our mission in Orosh, we were tasked to help break into a tower within the Living Lands after the previous group has gone missing. There's no contact. Last we heard, they made landing.
Okay.
We acquired some supplies, got our mission briefing. They suggest we go high to enter the tower. There was like a crane we could use to try to bridge our way over. And we went to where we knew they landed previously. And so now we're in combat with Katsumi against these warriors, or whatever they are.
Edeinos warriors, yep. Okay, Peaches? Anything to add?
Only that we were about to go charging into danger, which is why I was concerned about Tomislav's scream and leap kind of methods.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know how many Edeinos there were out there, and he goes charging through the forest, going rah!
You still don't know how many Edeinos there are out there.
I know.
Okay. Anything else?
But we did manage to find a samurai who signaled us with a mirror. We're thinking that's the person they left on the beach's lookout.
And you would be correct.
So, yes, we're pretty sure. We haven't had a chance to really formally introduce ourselves to our new samurai friend because action is happening.
Okay. Rios, what about you?
I was being slashed on all sides by several Edeinos. I think it was 2, perhaps 3, and Andon was rushing to my rescue.
It's only 2 that are facing off with you. These 2 right in here.
Gotcha.
But you had taken, was it 1 wound or 2? I think you had taken
1 wound.
Okay, so you did pay off 1.
Yes.
So okay.
I would have had 2.
I
would have had 2.
Soak.
But I paid off 1. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, brilliant. Anything else?
Was Andon in combat with the third one that I recall then?
Yes, this one over here. Actually, 2 of them. He's got both of these right here.
Oh.
So
I need to... Okay, there we go. Yeah, now I see them both.
Yeah, you are not likely to negotiate your way out of this one, I'm afraid. Katsumi, what do you remember?
On my part, having cast a buff spell for myself and then sharing the spell with the rest of the party.
Mm-hmm.
As things engaged, and I'm a bit behind because I move, rather slowly as you usually do when you're in stealth.
Mm-hmm.
But Paul was able, I believe, if I remember correctly, was able to cover everybody.
Yes, you were, which was really cool. What was that, a 10-meter or 15-meter radius, something like that? And I took it all the way out, and it just covered Rios, since she is at the extents right now. Okay, anything else?
I haven't actively engaged with anyone just yet, but that's where I stood in the combat.
But you're pretty certain based on manner of dress and certain things that seem unusual for normal human beings to be to kind of point out that they are Storm Knights as well, especially since they didn't shoot at you. That could have been bad. All right, Toma.
In my battle frenzied mind,
Mm-hmm.
I attempted to draw out the enemies. I wasn't expecting anyone to run out into the fray, as I see myself as the big old
As the tank.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And honestly, at the end of the game last time, my heart was beating. It's like, oh, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. And yeah, that's where I'm at this point with a decent kind of suicidal idea in my head.
Okay.
I won't die as easily as Artorias. May he rest in peace.
Well, you know what? That did break my heart. Do you kind of want to tell the story for Gordon's benefit, or do we just kind of want to move on?
I can kind of summarize it. So Artorias was my very first character and the only non-human in the party. And in the completion of the last mission, he ended up dying at the end. It was very, very sad.
It was very sad, but it was a very good death. So
it was very dramatic.
Was it at least a noble way to go?
Very.
Oh
yes.
Yeah.
I would say most definitely,
if I may say so.
All right.
Oh yeah, but we're gonna miss him.
Oh yeah. Okay, so here's the deal, the mechanics of the game. We had just begun round 3 at the end of last session of this fight. The card is Arise. We are not doing a dramatic skill resolution, so you don't need that stuff. Any knocked out characters, including defeated ones, regain consciousness and recover 2 shock. Okay, we don't have that problem. Of course, this card happens at a very wrong time. The approved actions for the round are trick. If you do a successful trick, you get a card. It is a standard round. Okay, heroes get to go first, and I have you all on top for that. Those who are participating right now, hold on, wait a minute. Okay, Katsumi, I need to put you in there, because you don't seem to be on the roster. There you go. Okay.
How could you forget?
I know.
I'm a shadow.
I am so terrible. Yes, Gordon, you are a shadow right now. I've got your character kind of invisible, so that you can watch, but you can look, but you can't touch. That sort of thing. So let's see, Chris, Rios, Toma, Andon, Peaches, and Katsumi. That should be everybody, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, that's it. Okay, you guys put cards into your pool at the end of the last turn, and you have a flurry round. So you get to go first, followed by the villains, and then you get to go again. All right, so give me, take a minute and talk and form a plan that you would like to do. Okay, bear in mind, if you try and shoot at this guy right here, well, it depends on your point of view. Okay, if you've got a character like Andon or Rios in your way and you're not interested in shooting them in the back to get them out of the way, then you're going to have to figure out what's going on. Okay.
Oh, my own plan doesn't involve shooting at all.
Okay. Okay. What is your plan? And perhaps others can help you.
Okay, so my plan is I cast haste on myself, and in a very angry cry, I'm going to move 10 to this Edeinos right here, hit him with my impact hammer, and try to knock this one away from Rios.
Okay, I want you to consider
like a golf ball.
I want you to consider casting haste is going to be your action for the round, but you can do a simple action, which is movement as well. Okay, but you would not be able to attack until next round.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's my
Or
plan
your
right now.
or your flurry at your flurry.
Yeah,
Ginger,
I wanted to point out, I don't think you can cast haste on a flurry round.
why not?
I don't think they stack.
Well, let's take a look. I don't think they stack either. Let's see. Where is haste? Okay. Let's see.
But
Haste.
does anybody have any group spells? Because that's what we would want to go first. If anybody can cast any blessings or anything like that.
Well, don't forget. I'm sorry. Katsumi cast enhance last turn. It has 3 turns left. Okay. It'll increment downwards at the end of each of Katsumi's next 3 turns, or this round's turn, next round, and then the following round it ends. Let's see. Haste increases the ability of the target to maximize his actions, effectively letting him do. Why am I reading this? Why am I reading this? You guys can read it yourself.
I don't know, man.
Let's
Could
see.
you send it to the chat
I mean-
so we could?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to actually go to the power though. Haste.
Laptop.
Read. Okay, I've got
There
it
it
up. I beat you to it this time. Ha!
Oh no, my laptop is acting up a little bit. I mean, even if I can't cast haste, I'll just go up there and just attack this guy.
The recipient ignores the first 2 points of multi-action penalties and can perform 3 simple actions each round instead of 2. So, in this particular instance, you'll be casting haste, and that's 3 simple actions per round, it says, not turn. So each of you who has flurry is actually getting 2 turns this round. Okay, now Justin, don't worry. Enhance only any spells or anything that increment downwards. They've only got 3 turns or whatever. Only do it once per turn or per round. Okay, at the end of your first turn. So, whew, that's a toughie. Anyway, so yeah, haste is completely different than that. So there you go. All right, so that's what Remy wants to do.
I mean, I could just hold the haste and just go for an attack.
Well,
Just
no,
try to
not
help you guys
really.
out.
You could go for an attack on your flurry round, on your flurry turn, I should say. But this
Yeah,
turn,
okay.
you could cast haste, run up to one of the guys, which may be to your detriment since they go second, and then on the flurry round, you could go ahead and take care of attacking. And that's up to you. You think about that for a second. What about the rest of you? Does anybody want to try and use any persuasion or taunt or intimidation or anything like that, which might help put these guys in a stymied, condition? Nobody?
Yeah, not particularly.
Rios?
I mean, I'm in mid-combat with them already. Is there anything much I can do to stymie anybody?
You could try a trick, which, to be honest with you, you've got a pretty good total on trick, and it would get you a card. And then you could
I've got
attack
stun if we're
on the
desperate.
flurry round. You have what?
If we're desperate, I have stun.
You know what? It's up to you guys how you play your cards. If you don't play your cards right, I win. Let's see. What else do you have? Yeah.
I could try to do trick.
Okay. That would be up to you, but I'm going to say that's actually your fire combat and melee weapons. You have an equal chance of doing something with those. But I'll leave it up to you. I want to leave it to you guys to think about what it is you want to do, so that we can move this plan forward.
Do I still have those smoke bombs?
Yes, as a matter of fact, you do, if they're on your character sheet.
Oh yeah, I think I took some too.
Actually, I do. I think you did. So let's see. Okay, so let's get a plan together within the next few minutes. so that you can do things. If you want to use your smoke bombs, that's great. We know what Remy wants to do. Kind of go down the list, I guess. Chris, what do you want to do?
I'm debating if I want to use pyrokinesis on these two guys over here.
Mm-hmm. You can't see those two guys.
Oh.
Yeah, the jungle is so thick that you literally can't see these two. Actually, wait a minute. Hold on. I may be wrong. Hang on.
I can see that guy. I can see through here.
You can see clearly now? Yeah, you can see those two guys.
Yeah.
There's not so many woods in the way that you can't. So if you want to do that, you can do that.
Yeah. And it's like no allies are in that ray effect.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's true. Okay. Peaches?
I'm going to be aiming my shot. Well, I'm going to shoot this guy.
Okay.
And in my next turn, I'm going to shoot that one with my shotgun.
Okay, so just in case the pyrokinesis doesn't work?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be picking them off.
All right, gonna pick them off.
Yeah, what he doesn't manage to kill, I'm going to do to pick off, and then if necessary, then no, this is too close to Rios, but I'm gonna try to go for these guys unless they die before I can get off a shot.
You're gonna play cleanup crew, got it.
Okay.
I'm gonna what?
Now if you
clean up crew.
Yeah, double tap.
If you miss, I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to use kind of a scatter diagram, and you may end up hitting either Rios or Andon or both. So you got to be careful with that because they're kind of in your way.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Rios, what did you want to do? Blah, blah, blah.
I was thinking of using one of the smoke pellets to, create a burst of smoke, and then get myself a bit of distance so that I could pull out one of the schmeisers.
That is not a bad idea. Let me get back to here. I want to kind of read up on those smoke pellets gear. Let's see, smoke pellets. Okay. Let's see, it's a trick interaction. To help you, leave smoke in a 5-meter radius, can be thrown to the ground as a trick interaction and leaves behind smoke, -2 concealment penalty in a 5-meter radius. So that's no problem. You would still be rolling trick, and if you were successful, you would stymie these guys. And if you were really successful, you could give them 2 conditions to worry about. Okay, so that's Rios. Yeah, Katsumi. So assuming that Chris goes, do you want to try and go before Chris uses his pyrokinesis, because that's a direct line of sight sort of thing.
Is he going after these guys right here?
Yes.
Yes. I'm just going to be shooting a ray of fire. You're going to be clear, but it just barely.
By the way,
is there never having worked with him or any of these others, is there any indication that he's going to be doing something like this that I could see?
In Torg, the rule is that as a team, you determine how you're going to, what order you're going to go in and what you're going to do to help one another. It's a very team-oriented game, if you will. So whether you as Katsumi know or not, you as players have kind of that meta advantage. Okay, and it's in the rules of the game.
I could be saying something like clear. You could be smelling like a fire starting behind you, or even feeling like you're in a deer in headlights and need to duck.
There's something like that. You guys are out of time. Anyway, let's kind of finish up kind of quickly. So
I will hold and wait and see what happens before, if I can. Okay. Before I do anything, I would question the foliage. Can I climb it and then climb back down the other side if I wanted to?
No.
Since I can't really pass through it?
Yeah, you're still wearing armor, and it still has some pretty good weight to it with everything you're carrying. I mean, it's pretty thick, but you're talking the
Okay.
reason it's thick is because of tree trunks and extra branches and stuff like that, all gnarled
Okay.
together. So yeah, no, that's not going to work.
Then I will just hold. If there's anything left from when he barbecues them, I will then decide what to do at that point.
Okay.
If I can.
Well, that's another thing. I was kind of hoping to get the idea behind actions here. I guess it's really not that important to get it up front, unless you're trying to do a team-oriented exercise. So, let's go ahead and do that when it's time for you to do so. Okay, and Toma, I know you're looking at casting haste, which would be your action, and then you could move. But again, there's a bit of a warning to be had there. If you move all the way up or close enough to all of these Edeinos that are in this area, that could end up with hits on you.
I could take him.
Okay.
I'm
All
pretty
right.
tough.
Sure. Okay. So then, how about this?
Last word.
Here's what I'm going to propose then. I am going to propose that Rios goes first with Andon, so that she and Andon can kind of put some space between them and the Edeinos that jumped out of the trees last round. Followed by Toma, then probably Chris, Peaches, and Katsumi. How does that sound?
Sounds
agree.
good.
Okay.
All right.
Carry on.
All right, Rios, go ahead. You drop your pellet. Go ahead and roll your trick.
All right. Hold on.
And I've
I
got to
thought I
remember
would
what
be
to do.
rolling it like directly through the smoke pellet menu for some option.
Can you roll it directly from? I don't think you
It
can.
doesn't look like it.
No.
It doesn't look like it.
The entire idea is that you're using the smoke pellet. It will give you a -2 concealment penalty, but it does the same thing for them, and it's in a 5-meter radius. So go ahead and roll your trick, and let's see how successful you get.
Standard difficulty?
Well, no. Go ahead and target any one of these Edeinos. And I believe it will allow you then to roll against that one Edeinos. But if you're trying to get, well, it gives a 5-meter radius for the pellet, but as for how many are actually affected by the trick, that's another thing entirely. So you're going against basically what, six bad guys, as it were. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to call that a -4 because it's kind of trying to get all of these guys. And let's see how well you do.
Okay.
And keep in mind, you've got 3 possibilities you can spend. And, well, the adrenaline card's really not going to help you.
So make it a multi-action penalty level 3?
Yes.
Okay.
And then roll that. Beautiful. I got to stop using that. Somebody's going to give me a problem. Okay, so the action total is 7 versus a standard total of 10. So you needed like, now wait a minute. Modifiers -5. Okay. So do you want to throw a possibility at it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so throw a possibility. Do you want me to reduce it or do you want to reduce it?
Would you please?
I've got you covered right there. Okay. Good success. So a good success is going to allow. Well, now wait a minute. Hold on. Let me read up on that to make certain. I think a standard success gives you 1, and a good success gives you 2. But let me find out for sure. Trick. Yes, trick. No, really. 79. Sorry, and then. Trick. Let's see. 115. It sends me to page 115 instead of telling me what's going on. Okay, interaction effects. The attacker chooses one condition, stymied or vulnerable, with a standard success, and 2 effects with a good result. The attacker can mix and stack these results however they want. Okay, would you like to make all 6 of these bad guys stymied, very stymied, or stymied and vulnerable, or vulnerable and or very vulnerable? I know what I'm trying to say, because you get 2 effects on them.
Vulnerable makes them more open to attacks.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm gonna choose vulnerable.
Okay, and which other status effect?
Very vulnerable.
Oh, well,
very vulnerable.
Okay, you can only get one of those, so okay. Very vulnerable and very stymied count as 2 of those effects. Okay, you've got stymied and very stymied, vulnerable and very vulnerable. Okay, so let's do that. Let me get these guys. And of course, others that roll against them will be able to do the very vulnerable. Okay, and then this one. Okay, now, those are very vulnerable now. Very nicely done. Now, you can still move. Do you and Andon just kind of want to back off?
Please do.
Yeah, we back up some space and then get our smizers ready.
Okay, so okay, I don't remember what your dex is. Okay, your dex is 10, and I don't know what Andon's is either. His is 8. So if you're only backing up as far as Andon goes, select anywhere you want to go that you can do in 8 spaces. If you want Andon to stay out in front, then you can move 10 with Rios, but only 8 with Andon.
No, we're both going to split in different directions and move our 8.
Okay, go ahead and move your 8s. And let's see. Who did I say was next? I think it was going.
I believe that would be me.
My apologies. It's unpaused now. Toma, it is you. That's right. It was going to be Toma and then Chris.
Me.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, Toma, go ahead while Rios is still working on moving, okay? Let's see.
Okie doke. So I guess we'll go ahead and roll my haste.
Yes. Let's see. All right. Good success. Very nice. Okay.
Yay.
So you can perform 3 simple actions each round instead of 2, and you ignore your first 2 points of multi-action penalties. The duration on this increases to 1 minute. So hang on just a minute. Let me.
Oh, you're good.
Let's see. All right, and we're going to do that. Let's see. Text on that is 18. Let's see. Haste rounds 6. Update drawing. All right, so
and charge.
Okay, when you go, I will go ahead and all right. So haste rounds, I will go ahead and put that with your character. Okay, so you charge, but that is all you can do this particular round. Okay,
that's fine. As they move away, they just see this angry rush with his hammer scream, just running into the middle, running into the middle of the Edeinos, just like angry as heck.
Yeah, and I could imagine them. Actually, let's see. How well you did? Pretty good on your haste. You're not actively trying to intimidate.
You're like, what is wrong with this guy? What is he doing?
This guy's an idiot. So, Catherine, are you still trying to move Andon?
Yeah, I just need a couple more spaces, but it froze for a sec.
Oh,
there we
okay. Don't forget to go ahead and draw a destiny card, because you had a successful trick. By the way, you bet. Where are those effects? Is that effects? Let's see. Let me see. Special effects, FX Master. I need. What is that? Oh, that's smoke bomb. I don't need a smoke bomb. What is that? Okay, smoke bomb. Scale is 5x5. Anchor. Speed. What does it mean? Delay, start, end. Okay. So that's, the smoke bomb is 5 rounds. I know that. And let's see. Does it allow me to place that smoke bomb now? Let's see. Holy crap. Wait a minute. That was only supposed to be 5x5. Okay, no, that didn't allow me to do anything. I'm going to have to dig out the other way of doing things. Particle effect. Oh, wait a minute. What is that? It just keeps going?
Yeah, that's a big smoke.
like
That's a
screen.
big smoke bomb. It's not supposed to be that big. Okay, hang on just a second. Let me edit that. Let's see. I don't want to trash. Okay.
Who has the dragon's breath?
Yeah, exactly.
Feels
Okay.
like home.
This is my first time playing with these. Okay.
Awesome.
Scale is 5x5. But that's not right. Anchor is 0.5. Speed. Okay, I'm going to have to get rid of that somehow. Unless it goes 5 and that's it. Uh-oh. This might be problematic. Let's see. Clear particle and filter effects. Yes. Okay, now let me try a regular. Oh no, it didn't clear. We've just got to remember that there is a 2-point penalty for hitting these guys and for you getting hit within the fog or within the smoke bomb area.
I got you. I'll
okay.
I'll go ahead and make a note on my phone.
Okay. Chris, it's all you.
Okay.
And yes, you're going to
So-
have a penalty of 2 to hit these guys because they're in the smoke bomb area. Sorry about that.
Won't they have a penalty of 2 because they can't see it? It's a dodge or dex kind of thing.
Let's consider the penalties for that cleared
Because
out.
I'm just blasting in the area where I think they are.
Well, yeah, you're blasting in the area where you last saw them, but I don't even think you have to be accurate with pyrokinesis, do you? Oh, come on.
Nope, it's effectively just 25-meter ray. Up to
Okay.
25, and I'm gonna have mine be like 12.5, which will land both of them in the area.
Okay, don't forget, range penalties, you don't suffer from range penalties, but concealment, multi-targeting, and the like are considered normally. Their concealment is a penalty of 2. Your range is 25 meters. Let's see. Get that out of the way, get that out of the way. So your range, where is it? There it is. Your actual range to these guys is almost 12 meters. We'll call it 11. Let's see. Your maximum range is 25 meters. That's going to be medium range. So that's still going to be a penalty of 4 for the woods and for medium range. Okay, but consider they also have a penalty of 4 to hit that's automatically taken into account.
Why am I in medium range?
Because your maximum range is 25 meters. Half of that is 12 and a half.
It can't go above 25 meters. That's its maximum range.
Right, but wait a minute. That's right. It said no range penalties, didn't it? Okay, but multi-targeting and concealment. It's the concealment that's the problem. Concealment of 2, multi-targeting of 2, because you're trying to hit 2 of them. So that's a total penalty on you of 4 for using that. But remember, they're also very vulnerable So that's a penalty of 4 on them.
Well, I have them targeted, so
Yeah.
just hopefully goes through all right.
Yes.
Okay, and so targeted. I need a concealment. So conceal. So -2 on concealment.
Correct.
And that's it.
Yeah, that should be it. Okay, 13, good success. Okay, that's only going to get you 2 shock, though. Wait a minute. Action total of 19 versus a 13, plus 1 bonus die.
Okay.
Okay, so that gets 1 wound and 2 shock, which should finish them off.
The black hand.
Okay, wait a minute, hold on. So let's see. Plus 1 BD damage was the good result. Okay, so one wound and 2 shock. Let me see what they've got here. Yeah, 1 wound. Okay. Oh, so the next wound they test for defeat. So 1 wound, 2 shock, not 20 shock. And then this one is 1 wound and 2 shock. If they take another wound, they're done. Okay, because they have 1 wound. And usually if they have 0 wounds, you hit them once and they're done for. So,
but because of the card, they've gotten a chance.
Yes.
Correct?
Okay. Well, no, that's any KO'd characters. That's not going to affect them at all. But they have, instead of having 0 wounds, so if you hit them with 1 wound, they're done, you actually have to hit them with a 2nd wound because they're tougher. Let me see this one. Hang on just a second. Come on, open up. That's a good boy. What would it be? Okay, I'm going to do a GM roll on this one. What are you doing? I don't want to save it. There we go. And let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind. Okay, so are you going to move at all?
Probably just so I can get like a better view of the enemies. I'm just going to right about there. Yeah.
Okay. No problem then. Okay, Peaches, I believe you were next.
All right.
Toma moved.
I can't tell the health on these guys that I'm about to attack. This one.
I'm sorry, which one? Okay.
This one.
Oh, the one in front? Yeah, go ahead, but don't forget, there's a -2 penalty for concealment. Are you shooting them with the shotgun?
Yeah.
Okay, so gear. That shotgun has a range of, I believe, 10, 20, 30. You're not even, yeah, you're probably at 10 meters. So I believe you're going to be good to go. Yeah, you're at 6.6 meters. You're at short range. So no penalty there. You're not at point blank range. So no roll for that. Just go ahead and fire your shotgun then.
Okay.
With a penalty of 2 for their concealment.
Okay. Let me go to firearm.
No, not firearms. Go ahead and shoot from the shotgun.
Yeah, shotgun. Difficulty you said
is a concealment of 2, which is actually on the the sheet for doing that.
All right.
Ooh. Oh, what a relief it is. Okay, but you got 21, so that's not quite enough to get 2 bonus dice, but you get at least 1 bonus dice unless you have, let's see, do you have a coup de grace or anything? Nope, you've got a second chance on leadership. You're getting a good hit out of this, especially for rolling that 1 bonus die. Do you want to see how the bonus die goes, and then see if you want to spend a possibility on it?
Yeah, let's see if I can wound him. If not, or if not, let's see, just bonus dice.
Yep. Oh,
Ooh.
that's still only 2 shock.
Ah.
And that
Alright,
plus.
I'm gonna spend
Okay, go ahead and spend your possibility then. Do you want me to reduce it or do you want to?
Go ahead.
Okay, that'll leave you with 4 possibilities. And go ahead and hit the possibility on the card. Okay, so wait a minute. Did I total 18, 36? Okay, so that's 27 versus 13. So that means you can get a second bonus die out of that. Hold on. All right, 27 minus 13. My mather doesn't want to work right now. Should be 14.
Yeah.
Okay, so roll a second bonus die. The first one was a 1. We're going to leave that as it is. Go ahead and hit BD a second time.
Gotcha.
Okay, that's much better. So 1 wound and 2 shock. Let's see, that's actually going to be... No, that should take it all into account right there. 14. Okay, so this guy right here, right? Yeah, that guy... Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. That guy right there. So here's what we're going to do. He's done. He is done-ski. So let's go ahead and, which one is that? Let's see. All right, where are you? Hold on, let me get my, there he is.
Nice to see so many of them are vulnerable there.
Oh yeah,
And
that
no.
vulnerable definitely helps. Okay.
Yeah, I had my eye on him before the smoke, so.
Okay. Then Katsum, oh wait a minute, Peaches, did you want to move?
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna get close. Where is everybody again? Where did we don't know where Rios moved to. She
No,
tossed a
she's right here.
bomb.
Yeah, you don't see her because of the trees, but she's pretty much right there. I'm not sure if you would have seen her exit stage right when she was trying to get out of the way of the bad guys.
Not necessarily sure. So I'm gonna get up just a couple of moves closer.
Okay.
To this guy.
Okay.
Position myself to be let's see, 3. I can, yeah.
Okay, in order, you're trying to get point blank?
Yeah, but
okay.
I'm also using, you see this tree right here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm hoping that some of these other guys can't see me because I'm.
Yeah, they can. These guys back here are not even trying to pay attention to you right now. So they're gonna be splitting up here in just a moment.
Gotcha.
Okay. Then Katsumi, what would you like to do now that you've seen fire spit from the hands of one Storm Knight and a really big shotgun blast from another?
How fast can I move in stealth with the normal movement of 9? I believe it is.
Let's see. With this, let's see. You can't really maintain a stealth. You can't concentrate on stealth. Here's what I will say. If you roll and just get a good success, you will be able to move up to your regular movement. Okay, so basically your stealth is not going to affect you really all that much. And I got to be honest with you, being in the middle of the fight, is stealth even really worth using since you can't see any bad guys and they can't see you? That's kind of an oxymoron. Why did I ask that question? Anyway, if you want to use stealth, just go ahead and roll it. You should be able to move.
Dead, isn't he?
I'm sorry?
I'm seeing that the one with the skull is dead, correct?
Yes. Okay, and then if you're, I'll move that. Don't worry about that. If you're looking to turn your character, simply click on your character, hold down your shift key, and use your mouse wheel to turn. And then let me move this.
It over rotated.
That's okay. You can always rotate it back. All right, so you've gone your movement. Do you want to attack?
Yes.
Okay. So you have not played Torg before, right?
Correct.
Let alone on this game system. Okay, so here's what you do. Take your mouse, or the mouse cursor over the top of the one that you want to attack and hit T on your keyboard. That will put a target on that bad guy.
Okay, done.
Okay. Oh, see it. Okay, got it. And then go ahead and open your character sheet. Let me get there, so I might be able to help walk you through this. Do you know what weapon you want to use in particular? Or spell, I should say.
Her katana.
Okay, so what you do is you go to the katana line under attacks and powers, and you'll see the D20 there. And if you move your cursor over the top of that, it says attack roll. Go ahead and click on that.
Okay.
All right, you are right at the edge of the woods. Let me open this up myself. Okay, you've got that one targeted. In the difficulty number at the top left, it should say target, dodge, or dex. Let's see, you were walking. You're not doing a multi-action. You're not doing a multi-target.
Nope.
Are you trying to do a called shot at all? Like,
nope.
Okay, you just want to hit him. Do you want to do an all-out attack? Now, an all-out attack gives you a bonus of 2 to hit, but it makes you very vulnerable for the next turn. No, I'm sorry, it gives you a plus 4 to hit. Okay, standard attack. Let's see. I am not going to have you take the concealment penalty because you're pretty much base to base with that guy. You're within 1 meter of him. You can see him. Okay, so just roll it. All right, 13. That's a good success. 19 versus 13. That's more than 5. That's 6. So down at the bottom of that card, you'll see a line above the D20 X10 X20. It says possibility up, hero drama +3 card, and BD. Go ahead and click on BD. That's a bonus die to damage, and you get 1 of those.